Hello, Englishers. Welcome back to my channel. This is Ma'am Raya. For today's video lesson, we will focus on our subject for effective communication, and it's about using culturally appropriate verbal strategies in diverse settings. It's actually verbal and nonverbal, so I intend to separate the discussion to have focus on each specific focus of each strategy. So let's start now. Okay, our objective here. Okay, or objectives rather. Okay, so to define and identify culturally appropriate verbal strategies for diverse social settings. Apply appropriate verbal communication skills in a simulated social setting and appreciate the value of using respectful and culturally sensitive language in both formal and informal interactions. Okay, we have communication is not one size fits all. Cultural differences shape how we speak and act. Okay, so how we adapt the communication, the moment that we have that how we were raised by our parents and whichever environment we have. So it also adapt. Okay, with regards to our communication. Misunderstandings happen when we overlook cultural norms. So our goal should be learn strategies to adapt communication appropriately. Okay, so again, we have to adjust to the environment that we are in because again, we don't live alone. Okay, so there are other people in the society that we also need to um, welcome or we also need to acknowledge. Okay, that's the word. Okay, so using the appropriate verbal language that is respectful and mindful of our social roles and cultural background is a crucial skill for building positive relationships. Yeah, I think we want this one. We always want to have good communication or camaraderie with our neighbors. So yeah, we'd better learn to respect them. And there are some culturally appropriate verbal strategies that we can apply. Okay, so here we have adapt tone, the word choice, and formality based on culture. Okay, so, I believe for Japanese people, when they greet, so there is like san after your first name, like uh, Raya-san. Okay, so Janelle-san. Okay, so for Americans or even in our style or for the Filipinos, we always have Mr. and Miss for formal basis. Okay, Mr. Okay, Miss. Okay, it's always like that. If it's just your neighbors or your friend, then you can just call them by their first name. Okay. Use inclusive language that avoids stereotypes. Okay, so I believe this includes when you say chairwoman or chairman. Okay, so inclusive language we have there should be chairperson. Okay, so avoid stereotyping as well, or discrimination of gender discrimination. You also have a policeman, so we don't call them policeman anymore. It's just police officer. Okay. You also have to adjust greetings, expressions, and politeness markers to the cultural context. So there are really people, especially to our elders, it's really important to them that you use these politeness markers. So may I have, could you, please, okay, those magic words, okay, they are essential. So again, you have to take note on the person that you are talking to. So you have to adjust. Okay, so politeness markers, we have words or phrases that soften, request, or show respect. Okay, so here, so when you say please, thank you, excuse me, sorry, or may I? Okay, may I have this one, please? Or can I have this one? Okay, it also varies by culture because some prefer formal honorifics, others prefer casual friendliness. Okay, we'll have more lesson or discussion about honorifics for the next lesson. Okay, here, this is essential in maintaining positive relationships. Okay, but for me, even if you're just talking to your friends, there's no excuse to use politeness markers. Okay, even if you already used to talking casually with them, I think it's still better to use please, thank you, and sorry. Yes, to be uh, to admit, okay, when you unintentionally make a mistake to someone or hurt someone. Okay, so verbal and nonverbal cues to keep conversation smooth. So you can tell the person you're talking to, okay, go ahead. Okay, you first. Okay, that this sounds being gentle person. Okay, so I see. Uh-uh. Okay. Uh-huh. Or like that. Okay, that makes sense. Could you repeat that? Okay, so helps avoid interruptions or misunderstandings. Okay, when the person is still talking, so you don't have to um, butt in, okay, immediately. So you let him or her finish the statement first. So, yes, I see. Okay, so just very simple, but it shows respect to the person you're talking to. Okay, we also have here strategies for verbal communication. Okay, additional, just supplemental information here. So practice active listening. Okay, so give the speaker your full attention, empathize, and ask clarifying questions to ensure understanding and make others feel heard. Okay, this is very important. So to check whether you are really listening to the person, you can somehow sum up. Okay, okay, as what I have understood, you said that. Okay, is it correct? Okay, this is my interpretation based from what you said. So the person will also feel valued. Like, oh, she's really listening to me. Yeah, and it's really important nowadays, okay, to listen. Also, use simple and clear language. Avoid jargon, slang, and complex phrases that could be misunderstood by people with different linguistic backgrounds. Okay, when you're talking to people in that you have not known very well, yeah, like acquaintances, so avoid using jargon. So they would misinterpret that you are backbiting them. Okay, especially to LGBTQ community. I believe they have their own language. Okay, so they have to be careful on using them um, in an outside world. Okay. So another strategy is be open to different communication styles. You recognize that some cultures prefer direct communication, while others also prefer indirect engagement. So you have to prepare on this. If you are that person who prefers indirect communication and you talk to someone who is a straightforward person, then you really have to um, listen and understand to where she is coming from. You just have to say or think, ah, okay, this is her personality. I will not just take it personally. It was just a constructive criticism for her, okay, or for him. So I think, yeah, that was just okay. Yeah, it's like that. Okay, so yes, do not take it personally. Do not be too sensitive. Okay, when you hear those straightforward statements from these straightforward people. Okay, it's nothing personal from for them actually, so they don't mind that. Okay, for you. So yeah, it will be um, what meaningless conversation if you take your personal thoughts on that. Okay, another strategy is to show respect and build trust. Okay, be patient and open minded, demonstrating respect for other worldviews and cultural nuances. Okay, so if there are different organizations or different culture surrounding your community, or there are celebrations that differ from yours, I think it's just best to not comment negatively while they are celebrating like this. They are just making noise, and I don't like that. Okay, so anyway, that's their culture. Maybe if your culture is also celebrating something, so they would also do the same thing. They will also respect, okay, your event or your activity. Okay. Another is provide and seek feedback. Create a comfortable environment where people feel safe to ask for clarification or offer constructive feedback, okay, which can help correct misunderstandings. Yes, this is what I essentially focused on earlier. Okay, so just constructive criticism. Okay, so do not take it personally. Okay, so to end this lesson, using culturally appropriate verbal strategies is about more than just manners. It shows respect and understanding for others' social roles and cultural norms, strengthening our connections. And I'm looking forward to better connections with you. Okay, thank you. I guess that's it. And for next lesson, we will have nonverbal strategies. Enjoy learning Englishers.